This week we're going to create a value scale layered cake using tints, shades, and tones, and by using the element of form as well for a three-dimensional type cake. We're going to write our name on the top of the paper, either left side or right side. I'm going to write my name on the right. Then you're going to flip over the paper. The paper is going to be vertical, and then we're going to draw the base of the cake in the middle of your paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a curved line on the bottom of the paper. Now I'm going to use, so not drawing a circle, just drawing the half of the cake there. And then with my ruler, I'm going to draw a line going up and another line as well. This is called parallel because the lines are even. Now I'm going to draw the top of the cake, curved line. So you have two curved lines. And then where I'm going to draw the round part of the cake. Another curved line, so now the cake has an oval. I'm going to start here. This is my point, and make a little dot in the middle. Now I make my cake open up here. So draw one line. So diagonal line, well, a line going down. So if you have a cake slicer, when someone slices open a cake, the cake looks like it has an arrow pointing up. Now we're going to make a line going down the cake. And then I'm going to draw, and I'm actually going to make this a little bit more even. Just try to make this as even as you can. And that's okay if you mess up and there's lines left over because we're going to design the cake as well. So the cake's not going to have all these extra lines. Okay, we're going to stop towards the bottom of the cake. And we're going to draw two lines. Now that the cake is opened, I'm going to draw some diagonal lines inside of the cake. So this will be our value scale. Okay, and then one more. So you should have on each side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal lines on the left. Now we're going to draw the designs of the inside of the cake. We're going to make some wavy line and another wavy line for the cake. So we want to make sure that the cake is dripping because it just got cut open. So we're making a drippy type of cake. Now we're going to make some designs for the cake. So in their cake, there's frosting. So we're going to talk about some frosting right now. So for frosting, we're going to make some curved lines on the bottom. And then So starting from the end point and making some more curved lines for the cake. Great, so now it's starting to look like a cake. And I'm going to add some curved lines starting from over here. So now we're gonna make some curved lines for the cake. Okay, and now we're gonna make some curved lines on the top of the cake. So these lines that you made from the starting of the project is going to be erased because those are just some guidelines of where to draw the curved lines for the frosting. So we have now our frosting being done. That is looking fantastic. Now we're going to erase all the lines inside of the cake. Whoops. So I just made a little mistake. I was supposed to put the lines down here, which is fine. Mistakes are made, and then they will be fixed. There we go. Now I'm going to take an eraser and just start erasing the extra lines I made, and that's okay if they are shown. It's all going to be covered with colors that you choose for your cake. Now I'm going to draw a table for the cake. So now the cake is drawn. Actually, I'm going to draw some circles. You could draw any pattern you want, some sprinkles. I'm going to do some circles as for a pattern. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm going to do 3 on this side and 3 on this side. The main focus is the value scale and the actual making of the cake. So here we go. This is, let's do 4 circles for the top. And now here we're gonna do our plate. So now we have the curved line at the bottom still of the cake, which is fine. Now we're gonna draw a circle for the plate of the cake. So see, I'm just trying to see where I'm going to get my line perfect. So these are extra lines I made. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to get rid of the circles. Now I'm going to draw, I'm going to outline the whole cake. I'm going to outline the lines, the patterns, and then when I'm done outlining, I'm going to start off with the value scale, which is the most important part. And then the decorating is any color you choose, but the value scale, I want to do this together. I want to do this part together, and then any color you want for your cake can be anything. And the background, we're not going to color. We're going to leave the background white because everything else in the cake is going to be colored, and that would look great if it's all color and we don't see the actual parts that are important. So when outlining, make sure that you're outlining every single line in the cake, the value scale, and the curve lines, the plate, because it's really important to have that plate. Cake can't be floating up in air. It needs to be on a plate. Just by creating the cake is actually making me very, very, very hungry. I'm assuming that you feel the same way. There's a lot of lines that are not outlined, that are just extra, so I will just take my eraser and start erasing the lines that never got outlined. And then I will start to create my value scale. Okay, and now the last part is the plate. Okay, so now that the plate is being drawn, erasing the extra lines. If you have extra lines, you can do that as well. All right, so everything is done. So now I'm going to take, starting with the color black. Yep, starting with color black, coloring the bottom of the cake black. This would be good if you don't have black. You could just take your pencil and color this part of the pencil. And now I'm going to take the color red. It's violet red. It's, yep, red. And I'm going to color this part red. So we're going from dark to light value red. Okay, now the next part is so what you're going to do, if you don't have extra colors of red, you're going to take your white and red, or white and black. Oh, that's not the color. And then pink. So I went from red all the way up to pink. This is the different values. Now, if you do not have pink or different colors of red, you can take, like I said, white and red, or press lightly. And then if you have the color gray, you can mix gray and red, or red and black to make the values. If you don't have that, you can just press lightly with the crayon. So what I'm going to do is take my pink, and I'm going to press real light. And see, now that I just pressed lightly, the value just changed. The color just changed from dark to light. Now I'm going to take my white. Now if you don't have white, like I said, just leave it. But now I'm going to take the white and color over the pink. Or you could do that the same thing with the red. And there you go. This is the value scale complete. Now I'm going to take the color purple, and everything that is supposed to be the frosting and the cream is going to be purple. And up here, it's going to be purple. Okay, and all of the dripping areas are going to be purple. Now you can choose any color you want for the frosting and the drips. You don't have to copy. And then the other side. Now, because the colors, the secondary colors go well together, I'm going to stick with the secondary colors for the cake. I'm going to use the color green for the circles. And then I'm going to color the whole cake using a light color green to give a nice contrast. So here's the light color green I'm going to use. And this is the contrast of the dark green for the circle sprinkles that I've created. Make sure you do not color this the same as the cake. This is the plate. Make sure that we're coloring the cake, just the cake. So we're talking about three-dimensional, so we just made a three-dimensional cake using the value scale. Here is the cake finished with the orange on the bottom and the cake colored with the secondary colors.